guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be planning the week of September 19th to the 25th in my memory planner. And this week I actually went on my first ever business trip. So yeah, pretty exciting. And oh my goodness, I completely forgot to mention what this kit was called, and I totally bent my day extender for Thursday when I closed my planner, after this spread. So I'm trying to flatten it out. So yeah, anyway, so I am using the kit from ScribblePrintsCo called Tintern. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, pretty much this week I went on my first ever business trip to Charleston. I kind of felt like it needed to be just a bit longer because everyone arrived in the afternoon or late afternoon on Wednesday, and then we all flew out on Friday morning. So yeah, it was just a quick trip. We only spent one full day in Charleston, and I tried to make the best out of it. So yeah, and it was kind of really extremely humid. I had lotion on my face on Wednesday, and then we were walking to the the restaurant, and it's just I could just feel it just melting off. That's how hot it was and humid. So yeah, anyway, so I did put a day extender on the 3 days that I was during that trip. So it was from the 21st to the 23rd. And I did mention anything prior to me going, just for privacy reasons. So yeah, now I'm mentioning, since it's almost been, I think by the time you're watching this, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah. Anyway, so I guess I will start what I did for the base. So pretty much, obviously, I mentioned that I put day extenders on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I also pulled in the pumpkin spice foil bundle from Carriage Press, and I try to be strategic about the full what do you call it, the deco pieces, because I didn't use the deco that came with the kit. So yeah. Anyway, I guess. Oh, and I also, for the bottom washi, I put the plaid on the plaid, and I kind of like it how it looks. So yeah. Although sometimes I'm second guessing it, but the choice, but it's okay. What's done is done, and there's no turning back. So I guess I'll start with the day by day now. Since usually I just talk over a lot of time. So, and I also don't want to make this video super long. Although I like watching sometimes ScribblePrintsCo, she has an hour longer videos or memory plan with me's. And I kind of like watching them. I just like watching how she just talks about things, and then she's laying down stickers as well. So I don't know, it just kind of relaxes me. But I actually, for me, when I am editing my videos, I don't like them to be longer, because I'm what the heck do I talk about? I don't know what to talk about. My life isn't that interesting. So anyway, so I guess I'll go into day by day. So starting on Monday, the 19th, it was actually Queen Elizabeth's state funeral. So in New York time, it was 6 a.m. in New York, and then it was 11 a.m. in London. So yeah, I was just watching it because pretty much she lived a long life, and she should be commemorated with a state funeral. So yeah, in this all of these things that were planned, it's been planned since she was coronated, I believe. So things change, and then I'm whoa, a lot of things has changed, obviously, but my goodness, it was very emotional as well when they were lowering down the coffin, because I remember watching Prince Philip's funeral, and wow, it just gave me chills when I watched that. So anyway, so after I think after work, I marked down that I packed orders and then marked that down. And then before work, I think my dad dropped off packages for me, and then I had a meeting with the client. So I used a munchkin. So most of my character stickers are either from Once More of Love, One Time a Million, or the Coffee Monsters Co. And there's one sticker, or a few stickers from Papershire. So yeah, so the packing orders, I love them from Papershire. Anyway, so then I worked on my budget, and I trimmed up the square box into a smaller box. So yeah, and then for Tuesday, I marked down that I was in the office, I didn't really want to go to the office, but if my senior requested, I got to go. So yeah. Anyway, so I did have Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast. Then I thought I was actually, did I miss the meeting? I don't think I did. But pretty much there was a fraud meeting in the morning, and then no, I didn't miss it. It started at 9:30 or 10. No, started at 10. So yeah. Anyway, and then after I got home, this is kind of out of order. So after I got home, I watched my TV shows. Then for lunch, I actually marked down that we had a group lunch. So we had it at Avra's. It was a Greek food or Greek restaurant. And I ordered a burger. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of Greek food. I tried it. I'm willing to try things, and then I don't like it. So I'm willing to try. As long as I'm willing to try, it's fine. So I tried something else this time. So yeah. Anyway, and then I marked down that I was kind of in my feelings. So it wasn't a great start to the trip. So it had to do with something with work. But regardless, there has been a understanding. So now, anyway, so then for Wednesday, I marked down that it was my friend's son's, or her older son's birthday, Caden. So I marked that down, and then I flew out from JFK to Charleston, marked my flight, and then in the airport, everything was paid by my company. So yeah, a lot of people just went ham on the expensive stuff. But anyway, I did not. So I chose to get Starbucks. And I actually thought there was going to be sandwiches or croissants there, a croissant there, but there wasn't. It was all sold out at JFK, so I ended up just going back to Dunkin' Donuts and getting me a bagel, because I was starving. I didn't get any breakfast, or eat before the trip, before I arrived at the airport, because I knew if I eat before something, traveling, there's no, my tummy's not going to be acting right. So yeah, I opted not to eat until I got to the airport, or after I got through TSA, and my dad came with me, because he just wanted to make sure that I got there safely. So yeah. Anyway, and also he wanted to explore around the airport, since there was, I think there was the TWA hotel, there, so he wanted to explore that. So anyway, so then after we, landed, we took a lift to the hotel, and I think, but I pretty much recapped the majority of what happened during the trip in my weekly plan with me. So yeah, but if you want the full detail, I would suggest going there. This is just a quick recap and summary. So pretty much, what happened, what I marked. So anyway, so for the Lyft driver, my senior manager wanted to get in the front seat, but the guy was like, no, because obviously, I think during the pandemic, no one sat in the front seat, so I guess now no one's allowed to sit in the front seat, and my senior didn't order a big enough car, to allow that, or to accommodate that. We were kind of squished in the back seat, and obviously, my senior and senior manager, or not obviously, but they're pretty much taller than me, and yeah, I'm just the little, short person, in the team, and I don't really consider myself short, unless I'm, literally standing in a line between them. So yeah, but the guy really said something so funny that that I was shocked, but also was damn, that was rude. So anyway, so he pretty much said, dude, get in the back. So that was pretty much it. And it was just an awkward car ride, because he was also on the phone, and I was just me and my senior just looked at each other, and also my senior was in the middle seat of a sedan, so it was kind of funny, and he's tall. So yeah, I was I offered to sit in the middle since I was smaller or shorter. I felt comfortable sitting in the middle, but my goodness, I sat on the edge. I was dying laughing, because I was my God, it just made an awkward trip out of it, or an awkward drive. And then we checked into the hotel. So yeah, and pretty much, I think my senior was okay, let's meet at the lobby at 2, and I'm dude, we just got 15 minutes is not going to be enough. So I literally took my time, because I wanted to make sure that, and also I did bring, I failed to look at the weather. I looked at the weather, I knew it was going to be warm, but I wasn't expecting it to be that warm. So I brought dark colored clothes, and it was sunny as hell. So yeah, I literally wore black shirts, and I was my God, it is boiling. So yeah, anyway, so pretty much we went to Big Gun Burger, burger shop and bar. And I left my hand sanitizer there. That's my only thing. But the burger, no, it was good. So then I also drank sweet tea. My senior, it was like 3 o'clock there, or 3 o'clock when we were having lunch. We had a very late lunch. But yeah, pretty much, my senior and senior manager both had a beer already at 3. I'm like, my goodness. And then my senior manager wasn't, he wasn't full yet, so I was like, you want to go get ice cream? He's like, yeah, let's go get ice cream. So yeah, we ended up just going to Jenny's Ice Cream. And I thought there was one in New York, but it's in Pennsylvania instead. So yeah, I thought there was a flagship store there, or any store front. Anyway, so then for dinner, we went to Church and Union, and pretty much the food there, salty. I don't know if it was that day or it's just generally salty. I might not be used to it, but just salty. So anyway, so then for Thursday, I marked down that I had the planning meeting. So this entire trip was just for this meeting to meet other teams and network, and obviously. So yeah, we had a 3-hour meeting. Actually, wasn't that 3 hours? It was more like 2 hours, because we literally spent an hour eating lunch and then an hour eating breakfast. So yeah. Anyway, and then I marked down that we had catered breakfast and lunch, and I know I am a little behind, but I will catch up. And then after that, after the meeting, we went on a carriage tour, and this horse pulled 15 grown adults, and I was so surprised. His name is Bill, so yeah. And then I didn't have a horse sticker, so I gotta find something to market, so I just ended up just using a geotag. And then after the carriage ride, I was very parched. I did not bring water on the carriage tour. I should have bought it, but my bad. Anyway, so then we went to a bar just to get a drink. Obviously, I chose to get a mocktail, or a fruity mocktail, and then, yeah, pretty much, and also a glass of water, because I was dying in the heat, and I'm certain that I got, unevenly tanned, because my right arm was literally outside of the carriage, and then my left arm was inside, and there's a covering, so, yeah. My arm, I felt it was really hot, so, yeah, I did get tanned. And then after the bar, me and a coworker decided to just go back to the hotel just to shower and take a nap, because we were exhausted. It was just go, go, go the entire time, since Wednesday, so, yeah. And also, both Wednesday and Thursday, they decided to party it up till 2 a.m., and I was like, my gosh, you guys got props. But I guess that kind of makes sense for people who drink a lot, so, yeah. Anyway, I decided not to, participate in the bar drinking, so, because I don't drink, and it'd just be, kind of a waste of me being there, so, although I could get a, non-alcoholic drink, I'm exhausted. I was up since, on Wednesday, since 7 a.m., so, yeah, pretty much, it's not gonna be fun, me, at night, being so tired. My eyes were, falling half asleep, and I usually wake up very early, especially if I'm not sleeping in my own bed. So, anyway, so then, we went to Pugin's Courtyard, and I kind of left early, or I did leave early. I left at 10, exactly on the dot, and went back to the hotel, and apparently they took a group picture. They should have taken it earlier, but I guess, whatever. I'm fine with not being in the picture. They can have fun with that picture. Anyway, so then for Friday, I marked down that I walked around, with my senior before we took an Uber to the airport. Then we had breakfast at the hotel, and then I marked down that our flight, and then I was back home. I was kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm finally back home, and I got to see my doggies. So, yeah. And then for dinner, we went to Jinjin, and then after that, my mom wanted to go grocery shopping right when I came back. I was like, whatever, fine. So we went grocery shopping, and then I unpacked, and then I got my package from Tom's, and I finished watching Thor: Love and Thunder. I started it when I was flying to Charleston, and then I didn't finish it until I came back, literally back home. So yeah, and then for Saturday, I marked down that I packed orders, and then I had a USPS drop. Like, I thought I wasn't going to have a drop, but I ended up just doing that, and I did try to be strategic with my labels, so I ended up just using a work label and then covering up, like, any of the words with deco pieces, and yeah. So then, after that, I marked down that I deposit some money that I had, yeah, and then I took a nap, and then designed. I filmed my plan with me's, I think, and then I did some planning time on Sunday, and then we went to Tofu on, after that, like, we went, or no, I think I wanted to go somewhere, or no, actually, now it makes sense. I wanted to return my Apple Watch, because I purchased it, I was able to purchase it, in store, and it came, like, obviously I got it faster than it shipping, because I wanted it before our trip to, or my trip to Charleston, so I ended up just waiting for it to return, or I'm gonna deliver at my house, and then I just returned the watch that was shipped. So then I went to Uniqlo, and then Muji, and then I packed orders, and then I had a TV binge, and that is pretty much my week in full. I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!